I've been teaching DaVinci Resolve for many years, and over those years, I've taught millions of people how to color grade. Now that seems crazy, but it's true. It's true. This is just in the last 365 days. And I'm not just saying that to brag. I mean, it is an honor for our team to help so many people. Over these years, teaching people in tutorial videos and courses and live at VidCon and NAB and ResolveCon and coaching people one-on-one and group coaching, there are some big lessons, the big things that we really need to understand when it comes to color grading on a practical level. And so if you felt a little bit stuck with your color grading, like you just can't quite get it, this is gonna help you. The first thing I would tell you is that the tools themselves don't really matter that much. When it comes to which palette you should use on the color page, or even what app you use to do color grading, it's really not as important as just understanding the big concepts of color grading. I'm talking exposure, contrast, saturation, kind of the main things. Where to set your black levels, what white should look like, just kind of the big idea of color management. That stuff is really what you need to know. And so if you don't know the basics, your first job is to go and check that out. I have lots of videos on it. But the actual tool that you use, whether it's curves or whether it's the color wheels or whether it's the HDR palette or some other thing, it isn't really that important because you can get a very similar result. You can do similar jobs with these different tools. The next big thing is to keep moving. This gets all of us, not just in color, but in making videos in general. We get obsessed with one little part of our video. And in color grading, we get obsessed with one shot and we need to make it look really good. And so we spend lots and lots of time just trying to make it perfect. And one, it's never going to be perfect. But two, what that does is that focuses you on one part of the video and you kind of ignore the rest of it. And so in color grading, don't spend too much time on one shot. Because if you do, not only will you get obsessed with that one shot and ignore everything else, but also your eyes get used to what the shot looks like and they start to play tricks on you. And so that back wall that looks a little bit off-white, eventually your eyes are going to think that it's white. That shot that doesn't have that much contrast, pretty soon your eyes are just going to get used to it and you're going to be like, oh, it's not really that bad. This is why I encourage creators who are learning color grading to only spend a few seconds on each shot, literally like a few seconds. Because after that, your eyes start to go crazy and you start to overthink things. There is a certain wisdom to going through your shots as fast as you can. Now, I don't mean to just rush everything and make bad decisions. I'm saying that you don't have to get your shot perfect the first time because you can go through your shots and then go back and change them and make them a little bit better, and work in passes. But you have to keep moving or else your color grade will take forever and you'll be second guessing everything. The other thing that I tell people over and over again is to keep things simple because nobody does it. Everybody wants to make some really complicated color grade when they're a beginner. They want to have 15 different nodes and each one has a certain kind of diffusion on it. And this one has a film look and this one desaturates it. And this one has a LUT that's at 10%. I mean, it's just, there's so much and it's needless. You don't need to do that. In fact, you're probably shooting yourself in the foot by overcomplicating things and making it way harder than it needs to be. Is there a place for having 15 different nodes and using a certain kind of film emulation plugin and everything? Yes. Once you get comfortable with color grading and once you have a base system that you can kind of adjust and kind of get your workflow going a little bit more, then there's absolutely room for 15 nodes. Once you're really comfortable with nodes and you know what they do and you feel like you're comfortable with where you're at, you can add a little bit more, but that's like way later. If you're just starting color, keep things ridiculously simple. In fact, if you want to, you don't even have to use nodes. The only thing that really matters is, does your image look good? Do you like it? And if it does, and if you do, it's totally okay to keep things really simple. Also, in color grading, just like most things in video editing, your workflow is everything. Now, what do I mean by workflow? I mean the order in which you do things, the task that you start with, and then the order that you do the things afterwards. The reason workflow is everything is because it's actually physically how you get stuff done, but it also helps you with the mental game. If you find color grading overwhelming and frustrating, it is because you don't have a good workflow. Think about the difference in how confident you are if I were to give you a whole bunch of blocks and tell you to build a house versus give you a whole bunch of blocks and instructions on how to build a house. One of those has a workflow, the instructions. The other one doesn't. And you're going to be a lot more confident if I give you the instructions. And so the more that you can work out your workflow, where do you start, where do you go, so you don't get lost, the more confident you'll be, the more creative you'll be, the faster you'll work, and the better videos you'll make. So many people think that they need to learn more color grading tools when really all they need is a better workflow. That's why I want to invite you to my Simple Color Workflow Challenge. This is a 5-day live coaching event with me, and it's designed to take you from overwhelmed, lost, and stressed in your color grading to confident and creative. It's live coaching with me for 5 days, and I'll walk you through the simplest, best workflow that I've been refining for years over millions of people to help you get that color done and be confident and make amazing color grades for your videos. And if you get a VIP ticket to the challenge, you get to show up early and ask me questions, and I'll help you with your projects. I wish this was around when I was starting color grading. There is a ton more wisdom that I want to impart to you, but I don't have time to do it here. So sign up for the live coaching with me. There's a link down in the description. We are starting our next round really soon. There are dates on that page. All you have to do is click on that button and you can get signed up, and I'll see you in there. Okay? When you go through this challenge, it's going to revolutionize your color workflow, but don't take my word for it. Listen to this person.
So for anybody considering the class, I'd say drop any preconceived ideas you have about DaVinci being too overwhelming. Jump in, follow along the course. Consider it's only 10 or 15 hours. But I think at the end of the class, you'll say, that was only 10 or 15 hours. Look how much I learned. I'm glad I took the course.
There you go. It's cool.